Printing, the process of creating solid, three-dimensional objects just by hitting print on a computer, is already happening as a technology that could change the future of stuff. Like right now, you could go online and for a couple $1,000s or less, buy a machine that will make you a pretty sweet Pez dispenser with your face on it. Who wouldn't want that? And 3D printing may not only have implications for the manufacture of drugs, food, prosthetics, and even human tissues, by which, I mean, in the future, you might be able to print yourself out a new kidney, doesn't it? Of manufacturing objects by removing pieces from a chunk of material is called a subtractive process, and it's how we've always made stuff because that's the technology we had. But 3D printing, instead of taking material away, builds an object from the bottom up in an additive process. It's basically a 3D printer turns data into an object. It uses software like you'd find in a normal paper printer, only instead of creating a two-dimensional image, it's three, and instead of laying down layers of ink, it squirts out whatever material you want. Plastic, metal, synthetic resin, concrete, even sugar. With 3D printing, prosthetics are being built to order with each individual patient specifications. That means a prosthetic leg can now be made with flexible features to make it more closely resemble a human leg. Locking knees, jointed toes, flexible ankles. In addition, a team at the University of Glasgow has figured out how to print ibuprofen, the painkiller, from
printing press 600 years ago. A machine that can make copies of almost anything. But this time, in 3D. It seems like science fiction, but 3D printing is already in use, building hearing aids, jewelry, even parts for NASA. Now, the technology is becoming available to anyone, meaning you can turn your garage into a small factory. So what would you build if you could create anything? Have a look.
What you're watching is an ear being printed. Layer upon layer, tiny droplets are deposited, building up the structure.
So this is someone's ear?
This would be printed to be someone's ear.
Oh my goodness.
The project is a type of 3D printing called bioprinting, led by Dr. Anthony Atala at the Wake Forest Institute for Regenerative Medicine in North Carolina.
Same technology you have at your very own home, but instead of printing sheets of paper with ink, you're actually printing tissues with cells.
The premise is simple. Send a scanned image of a body part to the printer, and the machine starts building. Ears, noses, fingers, noses, fingers. Dr. Atala's goal is to transplant the parts directly into patients.
So we're actually testing a lot of these structures right now experimentally.
One of the newest items, body parts.
So this is RoboHand. What's really cool about RoboHand is it is a 3D printed replacement set of fingers for people who were either born or accidentally lost their digits.
Put it down and then pick it up again.
Especially for children, like this South African boy who was born with no fingers on his right hand.
Clever boy.
Printing a RoboHand is quick and cheap, which is important for children who can grow out of their prosthetic parts as often as they do clothing and shoes.
Yo, always bet on black.
Get that waste of money out of my face.
It's only a waste of money if we don't play with them. He's right, dog.
Please, I'm working.
You know, there is a way we can get action figures to look exactly like us.
Oh, yeah, how's that?
2 words, 3D printer. Wait, maybe it's 3 words. No, hang on. Okay, 1 word, a letter, and a number, and maybe a hyphen. 3D printer.
I have always wanted a 3D printer.
Of course you have. They're an engineer's dream. Anything you can design, a 3D printer can make out of plastic.
Yeah, but they're so expensive.
Oh, come on. You deserve one. You worked hard to find a woman who makes a lot of money.